Hello out there to you. In this video, we're going to find the monopoly price and quantity and profit. It says that there's two firms in this market, but one of the firms is going to act like a monopoly. So we're just basically solving a monopoly problem. And the monopolist, when they get to choose, is going to produce to its profit maximizing quantity. Hear that a lot in economics. It means they're going to produce to where their marginal revenue equals their marginal cost. So marginal cost is 10. We know that. We need to find what the marginal revenue is, and so the way to do that is to use this demand function. We're going to turn it into a inverse demand function, which means that the price is going to be on the left side. Its price equals something. So I'm going to use algebra to rearrange this. I'm going to add 4p to both sides. So 4p to both sides. I'm going to subtract q from both sides. That cancels out that side. So it'd be 160 minus q. Then I need to divide 4, so isolating the p, divide 4 by everything. This would be 40 minus 1/4 q. Now to get the total revenue function, why would I do that? Well, I want to do that because the marginal revenue is the partial derivative with respect to q of the total revenue function. Okay, so total revenue is price times quantity. So what you can do if you do this the long way, we're going to multiply quantity all the way through. So total revenue is 40q minus 1/4 q squared. This is total revenue function. Then for marginal revenue function, I take the partial derivative with respect to q. So if you're not comfortable with doing that, this is like a Q1. So the partial derivative, I take this 1, I multiply it by 40, and that gives me 40. And then I have to take away one of those exponents. So that's Q to the 0. Q to the 0 is just like saying 1, but I'll leave it there for now. Then I take 2, I multiply it by that 1/4, so now I have 2/4. And then q, I subtract one of those exponents away, and I have q1. So now I can simplify this. So the marginal revenue function is 40. This is 1, so I don't need to write it there. This is 1/2. So I can write it like that. And then that's the marginal revenue function. Now there is a trick. If you have the inverse demand function, you can just multiply whatever this number is by 2. And that will give you your marginal revenue function. So if you know that, you can use that trick. So this would be 1/2 q. Same thing, notice. But I did it the long way, so you know how to do it. Okay, so now we just take the marginal revenue and set that equal to 10. So it'd be minus 1/2 q, and then solve for q. So that is going to be 30 equals 1/2 q. Q for the monopoly, multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of that, is 60. So 60 is the quantity. Now I plug that in to the price function to get the price. Okay, so put that back into our inverse demand function. This would be price equals 40 minus 1/4 times 60. 1/4 times 60 is 15, I think. I better check that one. 0.25 times 60 is 15. And so 40 minus 15, difference there is 25. So price equals 25. So now I've got my price, I've got my quantity, and price. So now for profit, you got two options here. Since we don't have a fixed cost, oh, you do have a fixed cost is 0. What you can do is you can go price minus your average total cost times quantity, or your other option is total revenue minus total cost. So I'm going to do it that way. So it's 25 times 60. Okay, so 25 times 60 is 1,500. 1,500 is my total revenue. And then minus, it costs $10 per unit, and they make 60 units, so that would be 600. And then that would make profit 900. So those are your answers. And so that's a simple monopoly problem. And price 25, quantity 60, and then profit 900.